A new Texas law that will go into effect in less than a month is expected to keep a lot of people out of jail. But these are people who were taken into custody simply because they could not pay traffic fines and other fees for minor offenses. CBS 4's Imelda Mejia explains.
Nearly 2 centuries ago, the United States ended the practice of incarcerating people who failed to pay off a debt. However, these days, counties and states do often arrest and jail poor people for failure to pay legal debts they cannot afford. Local state representative Terry Canales set forth to do away with this practice in the state of Texas.
Doing away with what are commonly known as debtors' prisons. And the goal is to keep people out of jail for owing money, for crimes where you only owe money.
The most common example is a speeding ticket. While there is no initial jail time, the fine can be in the hundreds of dollars. If a person doesn't pay, whether it's because they forgot or because of lack of funds, it leads to excessive fees and even jail time.
And it's a vicious cycle of debt that started off with a fine that we should have never jailed you to begin with.
Canales authored and passed a bill that would allow judges to ask if an individual needs help paying a fine, and if the help is needed, a judge can assign a community service instead. Hidalgo County residents seem to like the idea.
I don't think being in jail is going to do them much good, and they're doing something good for the community if they're doing service.
We live in a community that always has different needs, and if we can draw on more volunteer service to help organizations such as Habitat for Humanity to build more homes, I think that's great. I think it's a great opportunity.
There is not much data on how many people go to jail for unpaid fees, but the areas most affected are those where a lot of the population is under the poverty limit. Zapata, Star, Hidalgo, Cameron, and Webb County have an average of about 30% of the population living below the poverty line. The national average is 14.3%.
I'm proud to be part of something that is ostensibly saying, let's get smart about the way we do things. Let's get smart about the way we treat people. Let's get smart about how we run our jails and who we've got jailed. Jail them when they're robbing families or, hurting kids. Those are the people that need to be in jail.
The new law will take effect September 1st. In Hidalgo County, Imelda Mejia, CBS 4 News and TheValleyCentral.com.
Once the law goes into effect next month, any individual can ask the judge to consider issuing community service instead of a fine for a Class C misdemeanor.